Hi, I'm Julia Means,
And I'm Annabelle Smith.
and welcome to this year's final episode of Small Town TV.
We've had a great time sharing stories with you all this year, so without further ado, let's get into it.
Thursday, April 20th, freshman Anna Huerta traveled with the band to Arc City for contest.
That's right, and while there, she qualified for state with her solo Album Leaf by Edward Grieg. Reporter Alex Quezada has more on the topic.
Anna Huerta is a freshman saxophone player who has been in band since she was in 5th grade. Although the only instrument Anna currently plays is the alto saxophone, she wants to learn to play the clarinet too. In the past, Anna has attended Patriot League contests, but this year she joined the band in the 4A Regional Solo and Ensemble contest. Anna performed a solo composed by Edward Grieg called Album Leaf. She earned a 1 rating and qualified for state with that solo. Anna spoke more about what she did to prepare for this opportunity.
I would take my saxophone home and practice any spots that I needed working on. Like in specific, there's this one part where it's really high and my fingers would trip over each other. And so after a while of working on it, I ended up getting it right. So for regionals, I would come in during ACE and I would practice with Mr. Hollingsworth. He would help me find the problem spots and he would help me go through them and repeat them. Repetition is really helpful in music, when I'm trying to learn it. And then in the mornings, I would play with the accompanist, Miss Karen. And that's basically the same thing that I did for state.
After qualifying, Anna attended the state contest April 29th among other qualifiers. Anna again earned the top rating and told us how she felt when she got that rating.
After, I was definitely really confident in how I played because there was a lot of people in my room. I was very excited, but at first I couldn't tell because the email that Hollis sent out, it kind of looked like a 2 because the picture was blurry, but I ended up getting a 1.
I'm reporter Alex Quezada with videographer Caleb Nollenberg for Small Town TV.
Did you know that Anna Huerta is also the first person in her family to play an instrument?
Really? Good for her. In Wichita's Clifton Square, Joanna Waddle owns a business in Lovi Bohm, which opened with a goal of supporting local artists with their unique merchandise.
Reporter Bree Hayes has the story.
After ending her cosmetology career due to physical conditions, Joanna decided to open a store involving things she was raised with as a child. The store's name, Lovi Bohm, means the bohemian life in French, and sprouted from Joanna's favorite song in the musical, Rent. Bohemian is a common phrase meaning a socially unconventional person, especially one who's involved in the arts.
It was it's been 2 years ago. About 2 years, almost exactly. Well, again, going back to the bohemian theme, and I wanted to support local artists. I am a local artist, so I love supporting that. I love the local vibe that we have here in Wichita. There's so much talent here, and I just love being able to showcase that talent.
Some of the handcrafted items sold, besides jewelry made by the owner's hands, include clothes, wind chimes, books, candles, and crystals.
I order them. I have several different vendors I use. One thing I do is when I'm looking at a vendor is making sure that they are sourcing responsibly, sustainably, and, doing everything the right way. So, oh gosh, I do silversmithing, so you'll see some of my jewelry in the jewelry cabinet. I've handcrafted lots of things. I have ADHD, so get to hyper focus on all kinds of hobbies and bring those in. So currently I'm doing pottery, so look for some neat pottery in the near future.
This is reporter Bree Hayes and editor Hayden Blair for Small Town TV.
I can't wait to see what else she'll make.
Me too. As we move on, if you ask anyone around, spotting stray animals in Augusta has become a common occurrence.
Reporter River Bills speaks with locals and animal service workers about the growing situation.
Augusta has seen its fair share of stray animals. Recently, they have reached a peak both on the streets and in shelters. We speak with Sue Jones about the process she goes through with some stray animals.
TNR stands for Trap, Neuter, Vaccinate, and the vaccination is rabies and return. So, since 2018, there have been no new kitten litters in downtown Augusta, and the population has been reduced by 40%, which proves that the program works. And so at this point, with proposed changes to the city council's the city's animal control ordinance, we are inserting TNVR into that so that we can roll that out into other areas of the city, and people that currently take care of cats that are feral or have been dumped will not face any kind of prosecution by the city. When I was a kid, decades ago, the shelter was a cage behind the electric department. And when an animal got picked up, that's where they took it, and they just stuck it in a cage. So, and the euthanasia was as horrible as backing a truck up with its exhaust. So we have come an awful long way in Augusta, but I still think that we have a ways to go. And I think changes to the animal control ordinance will help with that problem.
Like Sue, Natalie Booth, who works for animal control, also has a passion for animals and their well-being. She tells us what we can do to lessen the amount of lost pets on the streets.
Try to upkeep fences, or at the very least, try to identify your animal on the animal. Collars with embroidered names and phone numbers. The tags that you could buy at Petco or used to buy at Walmart that has your name and number that goes on the collar. Those are the easiest way to identify them. Or there's the city license that has a number that I can easily look up and say this is who it belongs to and give them a call. Besides that, it's a microchip, but that takes another step, so it'll take me longer, but I can get the animal home that way.
This is reporter River Bills with editor Julia Means for Small Town TV.
Augusta City Council has faced issues with strays since 2015.
Now we'll see what some students and teachers are up to this upcoming summer.
I'm Devin Carroll, and with just a few days left in this school year, students and teachers are thinking about their summer plans. We talked with 5 people about what they were up to. What are your plans for this summer?
I'm babysitting this summer and then going to a Taylor Swift concert and a vacation.
Where's your vacation at?
In the Caribbean Ocean, we're going on a cruise.
What are your summer plans?
My summer plans are probably just to work and Sugar Shane's.
What are your summer plans?
Well, we're going to go to Denver and have a little family vacation to kick off the summer. And then we're pretty well going to chill around the house the rest of the summer.
Sounds fun. What are your summer plans?
I have summer cheer camp, and I have a couple trips to the lake planned and the Taylor Swift concert.
What are you going to do at the lake?
Probably some tubing, boating, swimming.
Sounds fun.
I don't know about all that, but I think I speak for us all when I say I'm ready for summer.
For sure. Since 1955, the Augusta Public Library has been a part of our community. It regularly provides technology and events for Augusta.
The local library is a place where people from all walks of life come together to learn, explore, and connect. Whether you're a bookworm, a student, or just looking for a quiet place to work, the library has something for everyone. First, we ask Lisa Daniels how the library is evolving and how it affects people in the Augusta community.
Well, technology always, as you I'm sure are aware, is always changing. So keeping up with that, we're moving away from DVDs, for instance. People aren't checking out as much DVD now because of all the streaming services. So how that's going to come into play is coming down the road. It's made me realize the diversity of our community. People who don't have access to internet, for instance. Maybe they do have a phone or a laptop they can use, but don't have internet at home, so they can come in here and do that. We've added our locker system, which allows people to use or access our services as far as materials 24/7. We can put it out there and you can pick it up anytime you want. We've added a seed library. We've added our puzzle exchange. We've added a lot of programming over the years. We didn't have anywhere near the amount of programming when I first started as we have today.
Next, we ask Daniels how the library affects children.
For the kids, obviously building literacy is a huge responsibility that we take very seriously, but we want to make it fun. We do story times, just try to be here as an advocate for the community and get people to want to read.
I'm reporter Autumn Galgon with videographer Annabelle Smith for STTV.
From a traveling bookcase of 75 books, the library has grown to a collection of over 30,000 items.
Heading back to the school, Cooper Steuben and Devin Carroll interview Vice Principal T.J. Meyer. Don't worry, they're not in trouble.
T.J. Meyer's job as the assistant principal usually focuses on discipline. That job comes with some struggles, but he enjoys the interactions with students and staff.
I like to think I'm a pretty positive person, so I don't try to focus on the struggles. But in my job, by definition, I deal with the discipline and attendance, and so it can be a struggle some days dealing with students that make not the best choices, and also students that don't come to school. But I try to attack those struggles with positivity and try to build relationships with those kids and those individuals, and just try to turn it into a positive and make it an opportunity to get to know that kid. At this time of year, we're already starting to look at what we need to do to get it better next year, and so that'll just consist of myself and Mr. Rivera, Mr. Ybarra. We meet with our teachers and staff to just kind of collaborate on some areas that we need to tighten up and get better and start making new goals to keep improving. We don't want to be stagnant. If there's small things that we can change to keep on a good path, we believe that this is a good place to go to school, but we can always get better.
I'm reporter Cooper Steuben, along with videographer Devin Carroll for Small Town TV.
We will be able to see Mr. Meyer out of his office May 14th as he helps read names at graduation.
Yeah, and speaking of graduation, the end of the school year is coming up pretty quickly.
And with that comes the end of our broadcast's first year.
All of us here at Brick A Productions had a great time bringing these stories to you this year. So one last time,
thank you for watching Small Town TV.